Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. But you guys, a brand new Pokemon Sword and Shield news today, and this is a big one team. Now, if you guys remember a couple days ago, the Game Informer interview has come out, and they had indicated there was going to be 18 gyms in Pokemon Sword and Shield, a major league and a minor league, and they were going to be version exclusive differences, as we saw with Bee and Alistair, the fighting and ghost type gyms. They were going to vary, and everyone was so hyped, man. I feel like the hype train was like choo-chooing its way to Hype Town, and everyone was excited because we were like, all right, we're getting 18 gyms, baby. This is awesome. This is amazing. And it was misunderstanding. Oof. We're gonna break it down in this video. I'm gonna tell you exactly what went down and try to explain everything. And we're gonna cover a couple other things about Pokemon Sword and Shield as well. So make sure you guys watch the entire video. Hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you guys are new. We are getting close to 500,000 subscribers. We're almost there. And you guys are making it happen with the aDrive Army flexing. So thank you guys for that. But let's talk about it here. It all started off with this quote saying, according to director Shigeru Omori, the gyms are split into a system resembling major and minor league sports. There are 18 different types of gym in the story, and depending on the version, which gyms are in the major league are different. For example, in Sword, the fighting type gym will be in the major league, but in Shield, the ghost gym is the minor league. The idea is that every year the Galar region is playing, and which gyms make it into the minor league versus the major league changes. So that's a really cool theory, right? And it's all good. We're thinking, we're gonna take on 18 gyms, it's gonna be amazing. But Game Informer has come out and said, there are not 18 gyms in Sword and Shield. It was a misunderstanding, and here's the breakdown here. In our cover story of Sword and Shield, we had a sidebar talking about the differences between the two games. In the sidebar, it implied the quote that is going to have 18 gyms. However, according to a representative of the Pokemon Company, the true meaning of the original quote may have been lost in translation between Japanese and English. The quote is what I just read to you guys. And then many people online read the quote using the story to mean that the game had 18 gyms, and you can battle each version spread between the major and minor leagues. The Pokemon Company International reached out regarding this quote to clarify how many gyms are in each game. You can see the statement provided by a representative below. Quote, in the Galar region, Pokemon gym battles are popular sporting events, and the 18 different types of gyms that exist in Galar contribute to the background setting of the story in Pokemon Sword and Shield. In each game, trainers must collect 8 gym badges to complete the gym challenge and earn the opportunity to participate in the Champion Cup. Over the course of the main story, trainers will challenge 8 gyms which are in the Major League. Which gyms appear in the Major League and Minor League will differ between Sword and Shield. For example, depending on the version of the game, trainers can challenge different gym leaders such as Bee and Alistair. Each version is going to have 8 gyms and 8 gym leaders that trainers can battle for a traditional gym challenge experience that fans have enjoyed throughout the Pokemon video game series. So, let me try to break this down because I still feel like there's a little bit of ambiguity here in terms of what's actually happening. But from my understanding, what's happening is in the lore of Sword and Shield, there is a major league system and a minor league system, and the major league gyms are the ones we're actually going to challenge, and the minor league gyms are gyms that fight to become major league gyms in the future. It seems as though the two games are flopped, which tells me we know that Bee and Alistair are version exclusive gyms. The only other gyms we know about are Milo and Nessa. At this point are the gyms that we've seen. It's possible that Milo and Nessa are also version exclusives, and those various gym leaders are exclusive to one version or the other, and they just haven't confirmed that yet. It's also possible that everyone faces Milo, Nessa, and who we expect to be Kabu, the fire-type gym leader, and then the rest of the gyms are exclusive to the different regions. And then there's, say, a bug-type gym leader that's in the minor league for both games and fights to be in the major league and maybe has some sort of anime presence. Maybe appears in the story as a minor character that's not actually a gym badge. Maybe faces as a character that you battle, but it's not a gym leader. There's still some potential here, but it seems as though my understanding of this is that, first of all, there's not 18 gyms, there's 8 gyms, okay? We know there's 8 gyms and that's it, but it seems as though from at least a lore perspective, there's a leader of each type that fights to be in the major league, which is the actual circuit that you face to get your gym badges, and that changes every year. So that opens up a lot of potential if they make a new Sword and Shield down the road. It opens up potential for new characters and all sorts of stuff, and maybe those characters of each type will be integrated into the game somehow, and we don't know anything about that. But what we do know is that there are just simply 8 gyms and 8 gym leaders that you battle in each game. Will there be 8 in Sword and a completely different 8 in Shield? I expect not. I think there is going to be some crossover, especially since Milo and Nessa have not been revealed to be exclusive, whereas B and Alistair were exclusive. I think it'd be pretty lame if they were just like, oh, by the way, Milo and Nessa are exclusive too. Like, I don't think they're going to do that. So I would expect at least Fire, Water, Grass to be the first couple gyms, and those are going to be the gyms that are in both versions, and then we might see maybe two or three of the gyms that are version exclusive to kind of separate. And then again, there's going to be all these other trainers that are in the minor leagues that, again, we don't know what their impact in the story, if any, exists. We don't know about that yet. So pretty interesting stuff. Really, really bad news. I mean, I think a lot of people were super excited about the 18 gyms. Everyone was like, oh my God, this game's going to be amazing. Who cares about the national decks? We're ready. 18 gyms, and then now it's kind of like, no, that's not actually what's happening. Pokemon had to put out the fire. I will say, I think it was a little late on their response. I know it's only been 2 days, but I think they could have been a little quicker with it because this information spread like wildfire. So pretty big deal there. Couple things here. Cerebi has posted, Game Informer has been contacted by Pokemon to be corrected, as I said. And then to further clarify, the Pokemon Company International had specified back, when was this? Back in July. The gym challenge is a true celebration of battling. Trainers strive to collect 8 gym badges, and only trainers who have been endorsed by specific people, such as gym leaders, can join. So they said back in July there was 8 gyms. Again, misunderstanding in that regard. And then, you know, Joe chimes in, the owner of Cerebi, says, we as an industry and as humans in general need to stop taking each word as face value and need to research things from official source and experts. I fell in this trap myself and forgot to check back for official stuff, and for that you have my apologies. I don't necessarily feel like you owe anyone an apology, Joe, personally. I don't think anyone owes anyone an apology. I think it was an honest mistake in translation. You know, you see a big company like Game Informer that gets to do this official interview, you take their word as fact, because why would we know any or think anything otherwise? So myself and many others thought this was real. The news spread like crazy, and we all expected there to be 18 gyms, and that is simply just not the case. Yeah, it's just not the case, unfortunately. However, I do think there's still plenty of potential with this game. I don't think the fact that there's only 8 gym leaders really ruins much. I really don't. I do think that there's still plenty of potential. There's a lot to look forward to. I think the gym challenge, yeah, here's the quote. I think the gym challenge is going to be pretty sick. I think there's a lot of opportunity. I think the stadium vibe is going to be cool. I think the Champion Cup, which seems to be almost a substitute maybe for the Elite Four, where you battle, and maybe this is where the minor league gym leaders come in, right? Once a year in the Galar region, a series of battles are held with the league championship on the line. This is the Champion Cup. It's the tournament to decide who's going to be able to challenge the reigning champion for their seat. Exemplary trainers throughout the region, such as those who have successfully completed the gym challenge, are allowed to participate in the Champion Cup tournament. Maybe this is where those minor league gym leaders come into play, right? So maybe they will have some sort of an impact, and maybe you will be able to battle them, and it's just not the fact that they're official gym leaders, but you battle them in any way, right? So say, let's just say Bug Catcher Joe, he's a minor league gym leader, but you don't battle him for a gym badge, but he participates in the Champion Cup and you battle him there as part of the ranking system in the Champion Cup. There is still some hope here. It's not what we were hoping. 18 gyms is pretty amazing to think about because of how much content would be in the game, but simultaneously, I don't think it's the biggest blow in the world. It's definitely a bummer though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit bummed, but I don't think it's like the end of the world. I think we can all just take a deep breath and be like, okay, it is what it is, but I am curious, maybe there's some sort of tie-in with the Champion Cup. Maybe it is just a lore thing. There's still a little bit of ambiguity there from my interpretation, but definitely some pretty interesting stuff. One other thing I wanted to point out as well is, as part of this interview, they confirmed that there was over 1,000 Pokemon that worked on Pokemon Sword and Shield between the development team and the translation team, the localization team, and all that stuff. Over 1,000 people, which is double the amount of people who have worked on since Sun and Moon. And I think that that's pretty incredible when you factor that in, and that's including marketing departments and all this other stuff, right? There's so many factors that go into that, but the fact that they've doubled the team for Sun and Moon, that generally is going to mean that the results are better. The game is going to be better. The gameplay is going to be better. You would hope, right? You would hope. So that's a good sign, I would say, that double the team has worked on it. I like that. And then last thing is tomorrow, let's zoom in, is going to be the awesome Glimwood Tangle? God, why can't I remember the name? Luminous Forest sounds so much better than me. The live stream is going down. You can watch it on my live stream, twitch.tv/aDrive. I'll be streaming it tomorrow at 8 a.m. The event starts at 9. I am prepared to do a 24-hour stream. I don't anticipate it to be 24 hours long. Well, the thing's gonna be 24 hours, but it's probably gonna be a loop. I don't think it's gonna be 24 hours of new content, but we will find out. I'm excited. Give me a new bug Pokemon. We were theorizing on stream today about the idea of a Galarian Parasect. It is bug and ghost. It's got the mushroom on its back that's kind of looks like one of these luminous mushrooms, but the Parasite is taken over. Galarian Parasect, bug ghost, Swords Dance, Shadow Sneak. It's got a new ability called Parasite, where if it makes if an opponent makes contact with it, the Parasite hits it, and then it does like Leech Seed effect on it. I just made all that up during the stream earlier. I thought it was a really cool idea. But I need a new bug Pokemon, so root for me. Hit that like button down below, guys. Subscribe if you guys are new. I do apologize that the information was incorrect. Obviously, like, everyone was wrong. We all thought that it was 18 gyms, but I wanted to kind of stomp the fire right now, let you guys know about it, and give you guys my take and my perspective on the situation. So don't send any hate anyone's way. I don't think anyone deserves any hate. Personally, I think it was just an honest mistake, a translation error. It stinks, but that's the reality. So it's all good. I'm still excited. Tomorrow's gonna be a great day. I'm looking forward to it. Come hang out in my stream, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.